Good morning, light beings. Today I'd like to share with you something really practical, simple, and quick as far as coming back to the love we are, seeing through the eyes of love, choosing love rather than fear. Last night, a dear friend of mine shared with me a video of Dr. Joe Dispenza's that's called All You Need to Know About Chakras, and it's just a 12-minute video that's really powerful. I'm going to drop it in the comments below, in the About section and the comments below. And in it, he talks about energy centers in our body. And for those of you who have watched my video, How to Raise Your Energy, I explain a breath exercise a la Joe Dispenza that talks about blessing each one of our 7 chakras, our 7 energy centers, and then consciously bringing the energy up from the lowest chakra all the way up to our crown. So from our root chakra all the way up to our crown, with these big inhales that start at the root and inhaling all the way up, squeezing the energy up, focusing on our crown chakra, and then exhaling, releasing, and doing that 7 times. And so often throughout the day, I'll do that. I'll notice that I'm having a lower thought or feeling or vibration, and I'll consciously go down to my root chakra and inhale the energy up to my crown. When I watched his video last night, All You Need to Know About Chakras, it showed me sort of a shortcut that I could even be doing, that I don't necessarily need to be starting down at the root chakra with that consciously bringing the energy up. So he talks about how, depending on what we're thinking about, which energy center that it relates to, we essentially create a mind in that energy center. And a way that I like to think of that as well is we essentially we're creating a lens in that place, and it's like we're then seeing the whole world from the lens or the mind of that energy center. So he says, you'll recall in my 9-minute energy blessing, How to Raise Your Energy video, I talked about how in the I Am discourses, channeled through Saint Germain, he says that from the heart up, this is the energy of God. This is where we want to be if we want to be in that divine energy, that energy of I Am. The 3 chakras below the heart are not of those higher vibrations. And a la Joe Dispenza, he explained that in a couple of really beautiful ways. One, he said that when our thoughts are in those first 3 energy centers, those first 3 chakras, so our root chakra, our sacral chakra, and our solar plexus, right, which is like safety and security, sexuality, and power, that those are the 3 energy centers of survival. So are they bad? No, they're not. And in fact, you could go to, right, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You could draw this parallel. It's like we have to have those met before we can go to the higher energy centers to survive in this body on this planet during this carnal experience. So, but then he explains it in a really beautiful way. So why do we so often feel like life is always sucking the energy out of us? Because these first 3 centers, and as we meet those needs first to then go higher, they actually take energy. They suck energy from us. They're sending all of our energy there to make sure that the body is okay, that the body's going to propagate, that the body's going to survive before we can go to those higher spiritual realms or vibrations. So if you're only living in those first 3 energy centers in survival mode, if you will, then in fight or flight, then you're pretty much always just going to feel depleted of energy and have energy being sucked away from you. Now, because we have free will and we are conscious beings, no matter what our outer circumstances are, if we become aware of this truth of energy, even if maybe these needs aren't completely being met in a bodily way, we can still bring our consciousness to the higher energy centers and help our bodies in that way. Because once we get to the heart up, once we get to the heart chakra, the throat chakra, our third eye chakra, and our crown chakra, what happens when we see through those lenses or create those minds, as Joe Dispenza says, in those places? Energy is brought to us. it's instead of the sucking of energy that happens with the lower survival energy centers, we are given energy, and we are at greater and greater and greater magnitudes of energy the higher we go. And so it's very replenishing rather than repleting. So what I started doing last night, and have done probably 100 times just since watching that video, and it's been really powerful for me, instead of going down to the root chakra and sucking the energy all the way up like I would do even at any time throughout the day, now I just, if I'm in any given moment, right, it's just a metaphor, but it's really helped me to make it real in this practice. It's a metaphor for choosing the lens of love rather than fear, the spirit, the higher dimensions rather than carnal, and the lower energy rather than matter. And that is just to, if I'm having any kind of thought, just immediately send my focus to my heart chakra, to the center of my being, to love. And in that moment, instantly, just by bringing my attention to the heart chakra, my thought instantly changes. The thought pattern, the energy pattern of whatever that thought is, instantly changes, because it's being conceived with the mind of that love energy center, the mind of the heart center, or seen through the lens of love. And it instantly changes my whole perspective on the situation. I instantly feel compassion and feel the higher vibrations of love, and then can send it up even further if I want to. But if I desire to, I encourage you, though, this has been a really powerful practice for me. If at any time, and right, it doesn't even have to be a bad or lower thought or energy vibration. It could be anything, but just constantly bringing that focus to the heart center, and it instantly raises the vibration, and it instantly transmutes whatever that lower thought was into it's a higher version of itself, a love version of itself, therefore a true version of itself. And as we continue to transcend from those lower survival energies and perspectives and perceptions to the heart, which then connects us to the higher, we begin to see truth more and more. We begin to live as divinity more and more. We begin to realize the truth of who I am and who we are more and more. So for me, it's truly been as simple, and I look forward to hearing suggestions from you guys, experiences with this, more energy practices, more tie-ins with different spiritual traditions as to how to explain the phenomena that's going on here. But just in any given moment, consciously bringing the mind, the attention, the focus, the I am, to I am love, I am heart center, I am heart vision, I am the love lens, and just bringing that offering to the heart and letting it instantly, the energy and the conception is transmuted. That has been my experience. Something is bothering me, or I'm not quite there, and I offer it to that, and instantly I see it through the eyes of acceptance, compassion, love, service, and understanding that that's exactly why this is coming to me, to be transmuted, reframed, accepted into and as love and perfection. I love all of you guys so much. I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on this. And I'm offering that this video be accepted at the level of love and above, and that it bring those vibrations to you. Mwah. Mwah. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.